Good morning. This morning we're going to talk about some more of my Carnival glass, and I'm starting here with this pretty little bowl with a ruffled edge. It is marigold. I believe that those are lotus flowers or water lilies on the inside. It's a darker marigold, very pretty. But you can see the clear base. Although looking at the feet, they almost look to be an amber color rather than white. But at any rate, it's a lovely little bowl and one of my collection. Now, in my last video, I showed a bowl that was very similar to this. It was one of the opalescent pieces that I have. It was basically the same bowl as this, except they didn't include any opalescence. This one is plain. It has the same hanging cherries pattern on the outside. It also has the hanging cherries on the inside. The one with the opalescence didn't have an inside pattern other than a pattern that had been painted on. So there's just so many variations and subtle differences with Carnival glass that you can have two pieces that are almost alike but still quite a bit different. And again, I'll hold this one up and you can see it in the light that it is marigold. We have a nice sunny day here today for a change. This piece, I think, is Fenton, Holly, and Berry. And this is a bonbon dish. A bonbon dish would have two handles, and it would be used for bonbons or candy. And very nicely iridized. Just a pretty little dish. And as you can see, it is green. We hold it up and we can get that green effect even a bit better. And here's the bottom. There is no pattern on the outside. It is ribbed. You can see that, but there's no actual pattern, and it isn't iridized on the outside. I think this is Fenton. I'm not 100% sure. And this is another bonbon dish, and I think this one is one of the ones I got from Dion at Northbrook Cottage. And again, this one is green, but as you can see, beautiful, beautiful pattern of little birds, and I think those are cherry blossoms. Very nicely iridized, lovely green color. And if you look at the two of those, they're very similar in that they, this one has a ribbed outside. This one does have, I think, some iridization on the outside. It has a sawtooth top and a different mold pattern on the inside. But similar size, similar style. And if we hold it up to the light, we can see beautiful green color. Let's see what we didn't get. This little blue dish has an open edge. It is blue Carnival, as I said, and it has a what would be called a basket weave exterior. Unfortunately, I have noticed that in a couple of places around the edges, it's almost as if it's cracking. I don't know if it's because it's on a shelf that's too close to our wood stove, if it's getting too much heat. I don't recall the little bits of damage when I bought it, but there's a few of them now, and you see right here. So I don't know what's causing that. It's still very pretty. It's still one that I'd certainly keep. I don't sell any of this old Carnival glass because it's just too hard to find. And this little piece, I believe the interior pattern would be called stippled rays. It's plain on the outside, another piece in green. The iridization is maybe not the best, but it's not bad. And yeah, so there's that one when you hold it up. A lot of these little dishes. this one is quite a bit larger. I'm not sure where I got it. It is marigold. And let's see if we can't get a better picture of the inside. There are obviously what looks to be mums. There is a sailboat, if you can see it there. And there's windmills. I'm trying to find the windmills. I know they're there. The light is not the best here this morning. Oh, there's a windmill. And it has a pretty nice iridescence as well. So it's a lovely bowl. And as I said, I'm not sure where I got it. It is one of the bowls with the 3 feet. And there it is in marigold. I know that this is one of the ones I got from Dion's store in Brigus, and one that I really wanted and was so happy to find. This is a good luck bowl, excuse me, and I guess you can see why, because it has the horseshoe and the good luck. And I understand from some videos I've watched that there are fakes of these out there, or ones that were, you know, made recently, and people may think or either purposely or accidentally be selling them as the original. It's always good to look at these YouTube videos because you can learn so much. This is an original good luck bowl. I know Dion wouldn't own or sell a fake. As you can see, the iridization is, well, it's just about perfect. Look at it. We've got our horseshoe. I guess that's a riding crop. In the middle are flowers. And, excuse me, this one also has the basket weave exterior. These would have been made sometimes with a plain exterior. Basket weave, I think, just makes it that much nicer. And it is an amethyst color. And we'll just hold it up to our window here so you can see the background color is amethyst. So that's another one of my favorites. I know I have a few. That's certainly one of them. Beautiful ruffles, sawtooth edge. Okay. I have a couple of berry sets, and this is one of them. And it is, as you can see, it has windmills and a boat, very detailed on the inside. It is marigold. When I bought it, I bought a number of little berry bowls with it, and it was sold to me as a set. But I realized after I got it home, I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's 5 of these little bowls. You can see the outside, and if you look at the outside of the larger bowl, it has an outside pattern of a ring of flowers, and the windmill pattern on the inside is just a little bit different. Now, that doesn't bother me a whole lot. I would still use it and display it as a set. Actually, that one has 2 windmills. This one just has 1. And the trees are different. So there's just a few differences, but still goes very well together. And I doubt if I didn't point that out to somebody that they would even realize that this wasn't a set. Beautiful. The bowl is heavy and very nice. This is another, oh, this one is a heavy berry set. Another berry set. I think this is Imperial Glass. And a Carpenter in there. It is called Open Rose, I think. And that's sort of self-explanatory because you can see all these beautiful roses. I have several pieces in this pattern in marigold, and I'll be showing some others of them later. And it also has this beautiful pattern on the outside of the bowl. You can see the white base for the marigold. It has very good iridescence. I've only got 3 of the little berry bowls, but they are a match. And they also have the rose pattern on the outside. And we just hold one up here and you can see what it looks like when it's backlit. So I would like to find some more bowls in that pattern, and perhaps one day I will. Very nice. I do love roses. But as I say, marigold is a common color. But find a place to lay this down there. Just bear with me for 1 second, because we don't want to drop and break anything. And this piece I got at an estate sale, and I had acquired a few pieces of Carnival Glass at that point, so when I walked in and saw this, I was pretty sure it was Carnival Glass, and it is, and it's marigold. It's a very pale marigold, and I think this is Imperial Glass in a grape and leaf pattern. Imperial Glass in later years would mark their pieces with an IG. This piece isn't marked, it's one of the older pieces. And even the ones that are marked with IG can still be vintage and older. But as I said before, I like the ones that are, well, the really old ones. So I was very pleased to get that. This little bowl I got at a yard sale. It's got a very nice outer pattern, another piece of marigold. Unfortunately, somewhere over the years, somebody decided, I don't know if they washed it with something harsh, and you can't really pick it up here in the pictures, but there is a few scratches on the inside. I still bought it because it was a yard sale, the price was good. It is old Carnival Glass, and as I said before, once you get used to looking at the older stuff, you can pretty well tell it right away. So I brought it home with me. These two are just, again, I think these were yard sale finds. I think these are older, and I don't have any big bowl to go with them, but I got them. Whenever I see anything that looks either bit like Carnival Glass at all, I will buy it, because you can use them for sauces, and they're very pretty. And again, just the marigold, but quite nice. And I've no doubt that a certain maker probably used that particular bottom, and that's something that I can look up and verify. This one is another one that I got at a yard sale. This one, they probably all need to be dusted. This one has a nice outer pattern. Again, it's marigold, and it has that sort of a starred foot, I guess you'd call it. Very nice outer pattern, but this one did get a bit of misuse. I think you can see there's quite a few scratches on the inside. The iridescence is still pretty good, and it's still certainly something nice to display and keep. And I think I've covered just about everything, except I have one more piece to talk about today, and this is my butterfly bonbon. Again, the bonbon with the 2 handles. And this is a Northwood piece. You see the N in the circle. The iridescence on this is really, really, really good. I got this locally on Facebook Marketplace. Beautiful dish, beautiful colors, and there's 2 versions of this particular bonbon. Most of them have the have a plain outside. This one has the ribbed outside, which makes it that much more desirable. And the color, I can get a hold of it and hold it up. I'm going to do it this way. I don't want to drop it. The color is a darker amethyst. You see that? So you really almost have to hold this one up to the light to see the base color, because looking at it this way, you can't really tell. And even the handles are iridized and very dark, and the foot is dark, but it isn't what they call black amethyst. It's not as dark as that, but it is an amethyst. And sometimes you'll see maybe little things like that. That's just a manufacturing flaw. That's not damage. This piece is in what I would call excellent condition, excellent colors, and another one of my favorites. And I think that's it for this morning. As I said, I have a few more pieces, and I will do another video as soon as I can. I appreciate your watching, and have a great day.